I decided to be professional creator of manga. Here is where I knew that I wanted to go down the path.
In this video, we interview pro-Japanese manga artist Rena Saiya. She's actually one of the mentors at Learn to Draw Manga, and she's been in the manga industry for about 20 years already. She's worked with publishers, self-published her own titles, and currently teaches at a manga school in Japan. However, it wasn't always smooth sailing for Rena-sensei. Just like you, she had her own share of failures and self-doubt. At some point, she even almost ended up at a different career path. But there came a turning point when she realized that she wanted to become a mangaka for the rest of her life. If you're curious about what happened to Rena-sensei, please make sure to stay until the end. By the way, the mission of this channel is to help beginner anime and manga artists just like you feel happier, more confident, and fulfilled through your artworks. If you resound with this mission, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Rena-sensei, you've been in the manga industry for about 20 years. Do you still remember when and how you fell in love with anime and manga drawing?
I think I was drawing manga-like illustrations before I know. My grandfather was teaching art at a junior high school, and he was good at drawing and coloring. So being an artist runs in our blood, though I don't remember the exact starting time. I think it started during my preschool years. Just after I became an elementary school student, I began to order several monthly manga magazines by asking my parents, and began to read them and absorbed in manga. Since I was able to draw illustrations to some extent for my age, I also absorbed in drawing manga-like illustrations.
Do you still remember when you created your first manga?
I remember I created my first manga at high school when I was a second year in the high school. I created one short manga to submit it to a manga prize. So it was completely failure. But anyway, that was my first experience.
So you said you started creating manga in high school. When did you actually get published?
First, I started working as a fashion designer after I graduated from vocational school of fashion design. But I got bored with fashion designs, and I found drawing manga much more interesting. It's because one of my colleagues asked me to help finish her manga to reach a deadline. Though she was an amateur manga creator, she wanted to self-publish her work. I just helped her manga only for one night, and here is where I knew that I wanted to go down that path. I decided to be a professional creator of manga and started creating my original manga to submit it to a manga prize held by a publisher. In Japan, if you can win a prize held by a manga magazine department of a publisher, you can make a debut at a manga magazine. I submitted my work to such a manga prize and won it. Then I became a professional manga creator.
Did you have any difficult experiences with the path that you chose as an artist?
The most difficult experience is to create good ideas about manga stories. As for manga stories, if they are full of ordinary things such as ordinary settings, happenings, characters, endings, etc., they cannot be attractive. I think an excellent story creation includes attractive character creation. Thinking of good ideas is the key to be successful.
Do you think beginner artists should make it their goal to become professional manga artists? Or is it better to have smaller goals first?
Depending on the person's personality, I recommend to set a bigger goal to be professional because it will boost your energy to practice. As a result, it can bring you further improvement. If thinking about becoming professional discourage you, you shouldn't think so. You can think, oh, this is just a hobby. In the future, I might be able to show my illustrations to my kids.
One of the most common questions we get is how to do the page layout for manga. Do you have any advice for beginners that are struggling with this?
To think of good layout, sketching is also useful when you are reading some manga, and if you find interesting paneling, you should sketch it. You don't have to sketch all things, just sketch the paneling, just lines. You don't have to draw characters after sketching. Sometimes you can check it to see what kind of paneling panelings you already have. Many beginners can't think of suitable paneling for their manga. That kind of examples you already sketched and piled up would be helpful. Maybe you can create exactly the same paneling, or you can adjust according to the story of your manga.
A lot of beginner artists actually struggle with their self-confidence. They don't like to share their drawings because they think it looks too ugly, they're too shy. What would you suggest to beginner artists so they can become more confident in sharing their art and showing it to more people?
You can continue to copy professional works. While copying, unconsciously you can improve your drawing ability since you are copying excellent ones. It's okay as long as you don't expose copied works to the public. After you think you have practiced very well in copying illustration, you can be confident in copying, and then you can try to start original style. At least you should be confident about copying, and then you can work on creating your own style.
Rena-sensei, before we end, do you have any last advice for all the aspiring manga artists out there?
When beginner artists try to create manga, they have a tendency to try to create long series ones. I would recommend as a first trial, shorter manga. The shortest unit traditionalized in Japan is 16 pages. I'm sure you can find even 16 pages can require a lot of energy and time. And to maintain your energy, I should recommend to put your favorite things into the manga as much as possible, like favorite characters, favorite settings, favorite scenes, etc. That kind of favorite things can boost your energy. You can complete the manga.
How do you feel hearing Rena-sensei's journey? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, then you should check out this other video where Rena-sensei spills the tea on how to create your own original manga characters. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.